In the gentle stillness before dawn, the soft glow of a desk lamp bathes the thick mahogany surface where sheets of paper lie neatly stacked. Across the room, the crisp edges of literature in quizzing books rest in silent vigil. This is the world of Anne Hegerty, the formidable governess of the chase, but a softer hue emerges tonight. Anne settles into a chair, pulling the shawl close around her shoulders as the television producer's day ends and the quiet hum of the house takes over. She reflects on the morning's moment, the light-hearted interview on Loose Women, where she addressed an amusing yet persistent rumour, the whisper of a secret husband. She tucked her hands into each other, paused, and then looked into the camera. I have no idea if he even exists. I've certainly never met him. The myth of Jake Hester. Somewhere in the tangled wires of online chatter and the murky underflow of editing, a name appeared. Jake Hester. Suddenly, Anne's Wikipedia entry showed her as married, not to a person she knew, but to a mystery man. "No, I have no idea who he is," she admitted. "My brother said, I've got to meet this guy." She paused as though she could hear the click of the edit button, a vandal's keyboard tapping away at half-truths. In the silence that followed, Anne smiled, not because the absurdity was amusing, though it was, but because it offered an opportunity, the opportunity to tell the story differently, to talk not about what she doesn't have, but what she is. The governess in the quiet. Under the bright lights of quiz show sets, Anne is crisp, exacting, formidable. The governess persona thrives on knowledge, discipline, precision, and that little bit of theatrical steely glare. But when the cameras stop rolling, a different person emerges. She has spoken candidly about how life feels very different behind the scenes. She has said, "I love being alone. I need a huge amount of alone time." Her world isn't a fairy tale romance with perfect midnight kisses under chandeliers. It's reading a good book in an autumn evening, drinking a hot brew and listening to the hush outside. It's not because she's closed to connection, far from it, but because she knows what she needs: space, calm, sanity. And she knows that the narrative of hidden husband is easier to believe than the deeper truth. Whether or not she ever finds love, she doesn't define herself by it. So the rumour took flight. One day, a harmless tweak. Someone forged a Wikipedia edit under Anne's name, or perhaps another's. The years passed, the rumour gained traction. Some fans believed it. The press asked about it. And Anne, ever methodical, walked into a studio, faced the question, and said simply, "I have certainly never met him." Later, she explained the logic behind the rumour wasn't sinister. She said, "I imagine he exists. It's too odd a name to make up. Either he vandalized the page or someone he knows did." The truth was delicate, but it was hers. No husband, no wedding ring, no secret spouse. Just another false entry, another mis-edit in the online record. Looking back, looking forward. Anne's life hasn't followed the traditional narrative. She once told an interviewer that although she used to want children and wanted the idea of the conventional path, she recognized she wouldn't have tolerated it. Her confession wasn't of defeat, but of clarity. She admitted she struggled with sustained intimacy, large demands on emotional bandwidth. Her autism, diagnosed in adulthood, gives her precision in thought, a deep affinity for structured knowledge, but also a different rhythm of existence. And she is okay with that. Today, as she sits in the quiet lamplight, she lets the rumour roll off her. It's not important. The truth is, she's content, she's focused, she's alive in her own manner. A gentle voice in a noisy world. At dawn, when the world outside her window begins to stir, Anne stands and moves to the window. She pulls open the curtains, breathes in a silver-lighted sky. She thinks of the chasers she knows, the lights in the studio, the fans who watch. She smiles. Not because she's dismissive of the myth, but because she's grateful for the chance to correct it. Secret husband, she muses inwardly? No, but I have a many-layered life. In written records, she's been misrepresented. Someone married when she wasn't. But in the quiet of her living room, she holds the true entry. Single, singular, strong, steady. The world of show business often insists on pairings, star with spouse, love story, glamour. But there is another kind of story. A story of someone who knows her mind, loves her solitude, chooses her company wisely, and finds joy in the lines of a good book, the click of the buzzer, and the knowledge of self. A final reflection. As the morning sun breaks free and the first birds sing, Anne returns to her desk and picks up a fresh sheet of paper. She places it beside the others. On it, she writes, "To anyone who believed the rumour, thank you. I have no mystery husband. I have a mystery page editor, and I have a whole life waiting. It is enough." She leans back. She meets her own gaze in the mirror across the room. Not the governess, not the legend, not the mythical married woman, but the person who knows her pace, who has chosen her path. And in that quiet strength, the secret husband myth dissolves. The truth remains. Anne Hegerty, whole and unwedded by design, claims her story on her terms.